If CDT is true, then abortion is wrong. CDT is true. Therefore, abortion is wrong. Very simple argument, man. Now, let me know if you have any contention with the truth of any of the premises, sir.
All right, I'm glad I can talk now. If CDT is true, then abortion is wrong. CDT is true. Abortion is wrong. What's just for clarity? What's CDT, man? You can
Like, I
unmute
don't
the
know why the
dot.
fuck I'm getting so animated, but CDT is just going to be the counterfactual deprivation thesis, which just says that the bad making feature of homicide is going to be this type of modal deprivation of a valuable future,
Wait,
counterfactually
what's
speaking.
homicide? Oh, future valuable experiences. So homicide and future
Yeah,
valuable experiences?
no, we didn't say future valuable experiences. We said valuable future, right? You can have a valuable future without having future valuable experiences, sir. That's a blender
Okay,
already.
future
No,
valuable future. I mean, future valuable
no,
experience.
a valuable future. We didn't say anything
Value.
about
What does it mean
experiences,
to be
sir.
a valuable
Please, I
future?
need
And
you to
why does
track.
homicide even apply to fetuses? What?
Yeah, so when we talk
Wait,
about
wait,
a
wait. I
valuable
wasn't done.
future,
Can you muzzle him? Thank you.
you just asked me a question,
Yeah, I'm
dumbass
gonna
nigga.
keep
Typically,
asking you
when you
questions,
stop
but
speaking
you're gonna
after you
shut the
ask a
fuck up. I don't
question,
care
that
what I
means
ask you. Shut this bitch ass nigga up. But like I was saying, I'm gonna keep finishing. I'm answering my question. But this nigga said, okay, it's stipulated. But when I got, it's homicide. Why does homicide even apply to fetuses before 12 weeks? Why does this? As a matter of fact, why is this even? It's a conditional. Because why does this enter that? Because you can just fetuses under 12 months don't even come for homicide. What? This nigga's retarded.
All right, Prag, your time is up. When I muted Cap, Prag had around like 30 seconds left. So now it's Cap's talking time. 2 minutes starting now.
yeah, so you're confused. By homicide here, all we mean is the unjustified killing of a human life, unjustified taking of a human life. Now, obviously, the reason why this is going to apply to the fetus is just because we have these type of defeasible reasons in affirming that the fetus does have a valuable future, such that if you kill it, you would be operating under the type of counterfactual deprivation thesis, harm theoretic dumbass bitch. Now, I'm going to give you an example of what the counterfactual deprivation thesis talks about. It just says that the bad making feature of a homicide, or what makes murder wrong, is going to be the modal deprivation of a valuable future, consisting in the subtraction of subject relative prudential goods that would have otherwise been instantiated had you not taken his life, right? So, like, if it's the case that this fetus would have survived, then they would have had these type of prudential goods. You're depriving it of them prudential goods. That's going to be the wrong maker. Obviously, we're going to be saying that there's this type of identity preserving continuation relation between a numerically identical prenatal organism, which is a fetus, right, in its later adult stages. Obviously, given that the fetus is going to be numerically identical to the later adult stages, then it seems to be the case that you would be depriving it of this type of future viable experience. And the defeasible reasons is just an inductive case, right? It seems to be the case that we have about 8 billion people on Earth. These people counterfactually are going to experience these type of prudential goods, so that's going to give us the feasible reason in affirming that the fetus in this case would have these type of prudential goods. So yeah, man. And then obviously, if we take the nearest metaphysically possible world where there's this type of healthy fetus and it's not intentionally terminated, it seems like the individual token, which is the numerical identity token, is going to instantiate this type of temporally extended sequence of welfare-bearing states. And so that's also going to be a reason why it's wrong. So yeah, man. Also, I want to flag that you didn't put into contention any truth value of any of the premises. I explained to you what the CTD is, and I gave you the argument. So unless you're going to give me some type of attack relation, I'm down to, you know what? Fuck that. We're not concluding. I'm going to force you to engage, bitch. Give me some type of defeater.
I don't know who the fuck CP thinks he's talking to with this bitch ass. But okay, homicide equals unjustified killing of a human life, right? This presupposes that the killing of the fetus. Well, okay, wait. Why is a fetus a human in the first place? Why are you presupposing that, huh? Because a human no, a fetus after 12 weeks can be considered human, but a fetus before 12 weeks. And I think I don't even think you have an inductive case going on for you, because there's actually like counterfactual evidence here. I don't even think the induction stakes are. I don't think you have a strong inductive case. Because it stipulates off of you presupposing that this even applies, right? And wait, can you prove that any of this has an internal relation to what you're saying, rather than merely like, because you're just like going away from it. But it's like this, right? I'm gonna give you your content. But why does the term human life even apply, right? And that presupposes unjustified in the first place. And then also, I can hear me. And then also, this nigga, he said something like what? Future valuable experiences, right? Not future, future something experiences. I don't know, or a valuable future, something. Okay, how do we know that a healthy fetus will have a valuable future, right? You said there's a strong inductive. Yeah, I want the argument for that, because most humans don't have that. So, and then why is a fetus human in the first place? That's like the most important thing, right? So I just want to see if he has an argument for that.
God, This nigga's so fucking confused. He just asked me why it's the case that a fetus is a human. Obviously, we can take some type of substance continuity argument where a human organism is persisting biological substance, which is made up of a composite object. It consists of form and matter, right? Obviously, the fetus is going to have the relevant matter, the relevant sufficient conditions to satisfy as a human. Given that the entity present from fertilization is going to be a self-maintaining, metabolically integrated organism possessing this type of internal developmental capacity, right? You're obviously fucking confused. Now, you ask me, why does human life apply? If we take Kripke semantics, human is going to be a rigid designator for members of the natural kind Homo sapien, where fetuses, given the argument I just gave, satisfy being a member of this type of natural kind, given that they instantiate the biological essence, dumbass bitch, which is just the matter that you need to have the form. Now, you made the claim, you asked me, well, why do you have this type of counterfactual skepticism? You said you take it to be the case that there's some type of counterfactual evidence. I deny this, right? I don't think counterfactuals are even evidence. I reject that counterfactual evidence obtains. So maybe you have an argument for that. Then you said, why do you think the fetus has a valuable future? It's going to be in virtue of the statistical induction that I gave you before, retarded fuck. You're getting absolutely blown the fuck out. You're getting killed right now. To be clear, across observed human populations, we have this type of overwhelming majority of fetuses surviving the gestation period, where they instantiate these type of prudential goods such as friendship, achievement, pleasure, knowledge, love, etc. We have no type of defeater. Obviously, this is defeasible, right? This is justified in absence of a defeater, dumbass. Now, if you have a rational induction, it's going to license projecting the observed regularities of some sample size onto unobserved members of the same reference class. Therefore, probably, this fetus possesses a valuable future. Now, you denied that most humans have valuable futures. I don't accept that. Maybe you have some type of justification for that. You made the claim that most humans don't have this. The deprivation account also doesn't even require every future to be valuable, only that the expected prudential value is something which is going to be positive in the nearest metaphysically possible world. Dumbass bitch, you're getting blown the fuck out. You have no substantial attack relations. This is absolutely
Or this time was over.
Yeah, so obviously this nigga with cheese stains on his bed, he gets his ego off debating. But we can conclude off this point. One, I just want him to provide the statistical induction, right? And then, so can he simplify in very simple terms, what it means to be human? Because everything he said was kind of just unclear. And to me, seemingly it shows, a lack of understanding of the concepts he's opposing. So all I'm going to ask him for is a simplified definition of what a human is. Simple. Right. And also, I think did he say that a fetus was self-maintaining? I don't want the argument for that. I want the statistical induction because he doesn't have that, right? Because I don't know where he got that from. He just thought it was true and then just said, "Oh, I can probably put some empirics behind it," which he knows he doesn't have. So CP is simple. I just want you to provide the statistical induction, and I want you to simply denotate what a human is without trying to overcomplicated, because if you said a fetus is self-maintaining, it's not. And then, so are you saying abortion is wrong defeasibly? Because how does that even how does abortion is wrong get you to abortion is immoral? How does that get you there? So I just want the statistical induction. That's it, and then we can probably go to conclusion right now. So it's fine, bro. Actually,
Oh
we can
my
conclude right
god, he
now.
just
It's
asked
my
me why
time.
is the case. No,
It's
no,
my
no,
time.
no,
Why
no,
are you
no, no.
talking?
Shut the
Why?
fuck up. I just got server muted. Now, to be clear, he asked me why is the case that abortion being wrong is going to entail that it's immoral. That's just tautologist, right? You can take the analyticity of the second kind where you can turn it into a tautology by substituting the synonyms. If you read Quine, you would obviously understand that. Now, you asked me what's a human. A human's going to be a composite object that has matter and form. That's a very simple understanding of what a human is under this account. Now, you asked me why it's the case that a human or a fetus is going to be self-maintaining. The reason why it's self-maintaining is because a living organism is characterized by autopoiesis, where that's going to be the capacity of a biological system to maintain its own organization. A fetus is a living organism.
He left.
Oh my god. Yo, no, that's bad. That's fucking bad, bro. Oh my god. No, tell him to join back to VC. This fucking burger just asked me why it's the case that it being wrong is going to entail that tomorrow. This nigga's shit. Oh my god. No. He's not running. No,
So
no.
he fully stopped
He's not running.
talking.
No,
He
he's not
fully
running.
stopped talking, and he had 4 seconds left.
Okay,
What
we're
is?
gonna give you to the count of 4, son. Go ahead and unmute him. Give him 4 seconds.
Okay, I'm gonna give him his
We're
4
gonna be
seconds
gracious.
back. He needed that. As soon as I unmute you,
He
your
needs
4
4
seconds
seconds.
starts. Come on, Prag. As soon as I unmute you, your 4 seconds starts, bro.
Yeah, I don't know why the one who gets extorted tried to do that. But
All right, bro.
Okay, that was his 4 seconds. Now I'm going to continue to give my argument that a fetus is self-maintaining. A fetus is self-maintaining in virtue of the fact that living organisms have something called autopoiesis, right? Which is obviously going to be the capacity of a biological system to maintain its own organization through these type of internally coordinated processes. A fetus has these type of processes, including things like metabolism. It has mitochondria, which are the powerhouse of the cell, which I know this nigga didn't go to fucking school and learn that, by the way. This nigga's a bitch. It has cellular regulation. It has genetic expression. It has homeostatic regulation, and these type of repair mechanisms, which just means that it's instantiating this type of autopoiesis, which just means that it's self-maintaining in virtue of the fact that it's an organism. This nigga's getting blown the fuck out. Now, insofar as the statistical induction that you asked me for, I already gave you that, son. I already gave you that, my son. Maybe we can go back. I'm just going to give it again. The argument is basically as follows. We observe a pattern. Almost every human organism that develops normally from the fetus stage goes on to have experiences, relationships, goals, pleasures, achievements, and things that have positive prudential value, dumbass. This pattern is extremely reliable in virtue of the fact that we have billions of examples of this. There's 8 billion.
I just want to know if Cap is able to show the 8 billion, right? Can he show that? Can he show that? Can he prove that? And then okay, so you said living organisms have autopoiesis or whatever it's called. Okay, is this after a certain date? That's very unclear, right? Because if it's not just a certain date, then it can be before a set of weeks, right? So that's all I have to say, right? So guys, just another clarity, and we can just conclude after this. I don't care if he wins or not. I was trying to make it up, but I can see it actually. Wait, I can see that was like 5, right? Yeah, I can see. What? Hey, yeah, okay, Carlos, step up. Come on. I got blitz. Oh shit. All right, let's go. I got blitz.
Got blown the fuck out. You got gapped on every single point. Now, to be
Yeah, I
clear, I
did.
don't want
CP.
any stone
CP,
unturned.
you
I
did
don't
win.
want you to be like, oh, you didn't
CP, you
justify
did
this.
win.
I'm gonna
CP,
pull
you
up the
did win.
world
Hold on,
population
CP, I
Hilo,
graph.
grant that you won, CP.
Hilo, hold on.
CP, I
Check your
grant that you
DMs. I'm
won.
gonna forward you that. I'm also
CP, I grant
forwarding
that
you
you
some
won.
cap.
CP, I grant that you won.
He just got bitched. That's terrible for you.